Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Studio Tyson. My name is Paul Tyson, and today we're going to be taking a look at the IYV IJZ-300, a jazz style guitar from IYV. And IYV is a company that is out of Vietnam, kind of a newer company, I guess you would call it, and they make various styles of Telecaster and other types of guitars, and they make these very nice jazz style guitars. This is a copy of a Gibson ES-175 or something sort of like that. So I think I've heard some people refer to these as ES-135s, if I'm not mistaken, but I thought, heck, for $200, you can't go wrong, right? I mean, for 200 bucks, Amazon will refund the money if you're not happy and take the guitar back. So I figured, let's give it a try. I was appalled by the shipping method, which was really very little foam and just a cardboard box, not even double boxed, but okay. Well, it got here, and it got here in one piece, and I checked the guitar for damage, and it really didn't have any damage, so I went ahead and took it to a local setup person, somebody who I trust that is specializing in fretwork and adjustment of bridge and nut and so forth. I had him put a new pair of 11 gauge strings on this. I decided not to go with flat wounds. I went with regular round wound strings, and picked the guitar up after he was done with it, and wow, am I impressed with this guitar. It is something else. I just can't believe what I'm feeling and hearing when I play this guitar. It is really something. You can see, yeah, maybe the hardware isn't the absolute best hardware, but the majority of this guitar, including the tuners and the pickups, are quite good. And more than good enough, by the way. So I'm really glad I did it. I might at some point replace the nut with a tusk nut. I might maybe some point replace the bridge, but I'm not going to be sending this guitar back. That's the point. I'm keeping this guitar. The nut is actually a bone nut on this guitar. Not bad. At first, after I got it back from my setup person, I did notice that I was having a little trouble with the high E string. Occasionally, if I push too hard on the fretboard, the E string would roll off the fretboard. But I've been able to solve that problem by simply raising the bridge slightly. So I've raised the strings up slightly from what my setup person did. He had the guitar, when I picked it up from him, the action was set extremely low. And I didn't need it to be quite that low. And there was a minor bit of fret buzz on some of the strings after I got it back from him. But so I've raised the bridge up, and that solved pretty much both those problems. The only time it rolls, that the high E string rolls off on the G note here, 3rd fret, is if I'm really hitting it hard and really pushing hard on my fret hand fingers. But I wouldn't say it's enough of a problem to be concerned with. The sound of the pickups is pretty darn good. You can hear in the video coming up here what the sound is like. But I consider the sound to be perfectly acceptable. It's a fat, crunchy sound. The knobs feel good. They feel reasonably decent. They don't feel cheap or anything like that. The jack connection feels real nice. It gives me a real nice strong click when I put the cord in. It's got these pretty sweet looking inlay, these abalone style inlay on the fretboard. Now I have had this guitar set up by a luthier who really knows what he's doing with fret leveling and so forth. He did do a little bit of work on this. I don't think he did a whole lot. And he said that the guitar was mostly okay. He did have to make some minor adjustments to the truss rod to get the neck perfectly straight, or to where he wanted it to be. But overall, it didn't sound like he had to do too much to get this guitar to where it is now. And I got to tell you, I really love picking this guitar up and playing it and plugging it in. It sounds great, feels great, it looks amazing in my opinion, and I'm very impressed with this brand and this model. So I wouldn't hesitate, if you're thinking about getting one, I wouldn't hesitate to do it. I think if you're looking for this style of guitar, a semi-hollow, not much to complain about here. The binding looks right. Everything about this is impressive to me. Hey, thanks again for tuning in and watching. I appreciate that very much. And if you like what you saw, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until we meet again, keep on rocking.